So starting with electric vehicle batteries and electric vehicle battery demand, generally we've seen demand remain strong across some of the core regional markets that we're tracking. Perhaps one of the exceptions, if you look at the chart on the bottom right-hand side, is the US market. So that's actually entered into negative growth between April and July of this year. And that really reflects the sentiments from the Trump administration, which has rolled back some of the core policy drivers for the US market. That includes changing things like the EPA standards, but also the removal of the federal tax credit. There was a slight spike in growth of plug-in EV sales in the US in August, but that can be accounted for by a surge in sales before the phase out of the tax credit. So overall, the short-term and mid-term outlook for the US is one of cooling demand as those policy drivers have been removed. Looking at Europe, Europe has been a bit of a bright spot in terms of unit sales for EVs in 2025. And that can really be attributed to the fact that the next phase of the CO2 emission standards arrived in January 2025, so the start of this year. So you can really see a clear difference that the next phase of the CO2 standards have made as there was low and negative growth throughout 2024 to growth approaching 50% now as of August 2025. And as these standards are only going to be increasing again from 2030 through to a full outright ban in 2035 throughout the European Union and also the UK, this is going to be a really core driver for the region over the coming decade. So a strong market for electric vehicle sales moving forward.